Welcome everyone to this special Drive to Spin special announcement. We've got a number of things we want to take you through. First of all, we want to formally introduce, I should say, the governing body of Drive to Spin. You've got myself, Dion Thomas, as the CEO and race director, Peter Hansen over there as the managing director and head of strategy, and finally, Julian Florin as the chief marketing officer. So today we're going to take you through the trade period, how the rules work. We'll come up with a really good system of making sure it's fair and ensuring that we get to go to the teams that we would like to go. So first of all, let's look at the current driver lineup. Julian, if you want to take us through how that's looking at the moment.
Yep, so this is our current 2022 driver lineup with all our teams and our profile photos. So this is currently how we stand.
Amazing. All right. We won't go through each of the drivers, but you can see everyone sort of knows where we are at the moment. So let's look at what the rules are for trading. If we wanted to move, let's say, to Ferrari, that seems to be a pretty hot seat in demand from a number of players. So let's look at what the rules are to be traded to a different team. So Pete, if you want to take us through that.
Cool. Thank you, Dion. So we've come up with I guess a system here to try and make it even for everyone when they go and want to trade teams. So the formal procedure is we're going to have a trade period meeting. Each team will nominate a principal, and then each team will also, any drivers that are not the principals will then nominate two if they wish to change teams. And then in the meeting, all the team principals will negotiate who is their lineup for the 2023 season. Now, we have some rules for this. We've stipulated that two drivers can't currently be in the same team if they're both currently in the top five. We've set a time limit on the trade period for no more than an hour. That's just, I don't think we're going to need an hour, but, if it drags on too much, us as the governing body can put a stop to it. Priority picks. So we want to sort of acknowledge those that have been in the league the longest and give them the opportunity to pick their teams, provided they're within the rules. And also, if people can't make the call, or if a team doesn't have a principal, or people aren't phased what team, then it'll either go to a majority of the teams can vote on it, or the FIA governing body, which is us, will nominate you a team and a driver. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah.
Great. So that's the rules. Now, in terms of trading, Pete did allude to the fact that the top five drivers can't be in the same team. There's a little bit more rules with that as well. So we've assigned some value to try and balance out the team. So Julian, do you want to take us through the value you've assigned to each of the drivers and how you arrived at that?
Yeah. So to make it fair, given that a few of us had missed a few races, as well couldn't make it to all of the races, we took an average. So currently, how many points you've accumulated throughout the season, we divided that by the amount of races that you actually started. So this doesn't include if you rocked up late and didn't get a chance to start the race. This is if you'd start on the grid, and then we got a value from that number, which we multiplied by each point, each value being by 1 million. So that gives you your cost per season.
Awesome. And so when you form a team, what's the budget cap, Pete? What's the most you can spend on drivers?
So at this stage, we're looking at about a $23 million budget. Now, we have one driver there that will be the exception of that rule. So we're working with him to find a balance there, because obviously he needs a teammate and we want him in our league. So, but for the rest of us, it's about $23 million. That may change, obviously, depending how the rest of the season goes. And values of drivers change, but yeah, it's roughly 23.
Awesome. Okay, so as Pete said, if you want to have a say in where you go, who your team is, teammate is, you need to attend the meeting on Monday, the 7th of November, at 8 p.m. If you can't be there, then we'll decide for you. So it's vital that you show up to that meeting. So I think that's all. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe.
Thank you.